Everyone tells you when you start running, take it slow. That's right, mostly. The part they get wrong is how slow. Most beginner advice tells you to run 3 days a week, 20 to 30 minutes per session. That's fine advice for not getting injured. It's terrible advice for actually building endurance. Here's what you do instead. 12 weeks of running embarrassingly slow. Embarrassingly slow. Slower than feels reasonable. Slower than the walkers in your park. 12 weeks of that, and you'll have something real. An aerobic engine. The thing that lets fast runners be fast. The fastest path to becoming a real runner is 12 weeks of running embarrassingly slow. Sounds backwards. It's not. Here's why. Yesterday you went out for your first run in a while. Maybe ever. You laced up, told yourself this was the day, hit start on your watch, and tried to run. You made it 4 minutes before you were sucking air. You walked for 2 minutes. Ran for 3 more. Walked again. By the end, you were doing more walking than running, and you came home wrecked. You think the problem is that you're out of shape. You're right, but you're wrong about what shape means. What's actually happening? Inside every one of your muscle cells, there are thousands of tiny power plants called mitochondria. They take oxygen and fat, and they turn it into energy you can use to run. The more mitochondria you have per cell, the more energy you can produce. The more energy you can produce at low intensity, the longer you can run. The faster you can recover, and the higher your race pace climbs without falling apart. Mitochondria are the engine of endurance. That's not a metaphor, that's biology. Mitochondria don't get built when you're running fast. They get built when you're running slow. High-intensity training builds something different. Your body adapts by getting better at producing energy without oxygen, which is great for 90-second sprints and useless for anything longer. The signal to build mitochondria comes from sustained, low-intensity work. Not hard, not moderately hard, easy, conversational, boring. Most beginners do the opposite. They go out and push. They run as hard as feels challenging. Heart rate up at 80, 90% of max? They think that's real training. It isn't. It's a signal to build the wrong engine. They get really good at running 20 minutes uncomfortably, then plateau forever and never understand why. What you want is the opposite signal. You want your body to think, we're running for a long time, at sustainable intensity, regularly. We need more power plants. We need more pipes, capillaries. We need more pipes, capillaries, to deliver oxygen to them. We need more enzymes to burn fat efficiently. That signal only gets sent below your aerobic threshold, slow enough that you can talk while running. So slow it feels insulting. 12 weeks of that signal, every week, and your body builds the engine. This isn't a hot take. John Hallozy proved it in 1967. He took rats, made them run at moderate intensity for sustained periods, and measured their muscle cells. Mitochondrial content had doubled within weeks. He published it in the Journal of Biological Chemistry. It's been replicated thousands of times in humans since. Phil Maffetone, endurance coach, worked with elite triathletes through the 80s and 90s, built a heart rate formula for this kind of 180 minus your age, give or take a few beats for health and training history. Stay below that number for all your easy training and you build the aerobic engine. Train above it consistently and you don't. Steven Seiler studied elite endurance athletes across cycling, rowing, running, and cross-country skiing. He found they all spend roughly 80% of their training time at low intensity, the other 20% at very high intensity. Almost none in the moderate gray zone where most beginners default to. The pattern is consistent across sport, decade, and athlete. The base is built slow. The 12-week protocol. 3 phases, 4 weeks each. Phase 1, weeks 1 through 4. Walk-run intervals, 5 sessions per week. 30 to 45 minutes per session. Start with 1 minute running, 2 minutes walking. Repeat for the full session. The running pace is whatever keeps your heart rate below 180 minus your age. For a 35-year-old, that cap is 145 beats per minute. Climb above it, you slow down. If slowing down means walking sooner, you walk sooner. By the end of week 4, you should be doing 5 minutes running, 1 minute walking. Repeated for 30 to 40 minutes, all at the same heart rate cap. If at any point during the running portion your heart rate climbs above the cap, you slow down. The pace doesn't matter. The heart rate does. Phase 2, weeks 5 through 8. Continuous easy running. You're running continuously now. Same heart rate cap. The pace will be slow. For most beginners, somewhere between 11 and 14 minutes per mile. That's normal. Don't try to fix it. 4 to 5 runs per week. 30 to 50 minutes per run. One slightly longer run on the weekend, 50 to 70 minutes. Total weekly mileage doesn't matter. Total weekly time below the heart rate cap is the only thing that matters. Aim for 3 to 4 hours per week. Below cap, you will be slow. You will be passed by walkers. Your Strava will look embarrassing. None of that matters. You're not training for week 6. You're training for week 13. Phase 3, weeks 9 through 12. The base settles. Same structure. The long run gets longer, up to 90 minutes by week 12. Still below the heart rate cap, still conversational pace. By the end of week 12, you're running 4 to 5 days a week, 4 to 5 hours total, all at conversational pace, with a 60 to 90 minute long run on the weekend. Here's what's happening that you can't see. By week 12, your mitochondrial count per muscle cell has roughly doubled. Your capillary density has increased 30 to 40%. Your resting heart rate has dropped 5 to 15 beats per minute. Your fat-burning capacity at moderate intensity has gone up dramatically. You've become, biologically, a different animal than you were 3 months ago. The conversational pace test. You don't strictly need a heart rate monitor for this. Though one helps. The test is this. While running, can you say a full sentence out loud without gasping at the end of it? Yes, you're aerobic. No, you're going too hard. Say something out loud every minute or so. The wind is moving the leaves on the trees. Smooth, one breath, no panting? You're in the zone. Have to break it into 2 breaths? Slow down. That's the whole test. Exercise physiologists have used it for 50 years because it correlates almost perfectly with being below your aerobic threshold. What will feel wrong? 3 things will feel wrong about this protocol. All 3 are signs you're doing it right. 1. You'll feel slow. Embarrassingly slow. Pedestrians will pass you. Other runners will look at you like you're injured. Your friends will ask if you're okay. None of this matters. You're not training for the version of you who exists today. You're training for the version of you who exists in 3 months. 2. Nothing will feel like it's happening. No personal records, no breakthroughs, no "I crushed that run" moments. Just steady, easy, slow effort, 5 days a week, for 3 months. Adaptation happens quietly in the background while you're not paying attention. The engine is being built 1 rivet at a time. 3. Around week 6, you'll feel the urge to push. Your fitness will improve enough that the easy pace will start to feel too easy. You'll want to add a fun fast day or a tempo run for variety. Don't. The base isn't fully built yet. Adding intensity in weeks 6 through 11 undoes the signal you've been sending. The construction crew packs up and starts building something else. Wait until week 13. 3 ways to ruin this. 1. Running too hard. Every time you go above the heart rate cap, you stop building mitochondria and start building something else. 12 weeks of training above the cap produces a faster 20-minute runner with a hard ceiling and no aerobic base. You'll plateau by month 4 and never figure out why. 2. Strava racing. Comparing your pace to other people's. Your aerobic threshold pace is yours. It's not theirs. A 12-minute mile that keeps you below the cap is doing more for your endurance than a 9-minute mile that pushes you above. The watch is the measurement. The pace is the symptom. 3. Skipping the long run. The long run is where most of the aerobic adaptation happens. It's the session that converts the work of the week into actual fitness. 4 30-minute easy runs is some work. 3 30-minute easy runs plus 1 70-minute long run is significantly more total adaptation. The long run is non-negotiable. How you know it's working? 1. Your easy pace is getting faster at the same heart rate. Week 1, 13-minute miles at 145. Week 8, same effort, faster pace. That's the engine getting bigger. 2. Your resting heart rate is dropping. Take it every morning before you stand up. Week 1, maybe 70. Week 12, maybe 60. The drop is your heart getting stronger and more efficient at moving blood. 3. Recovery between runs is getting fast. Week 1, you needed a day off after a 40-minute run. You can do 50 minutes easy on consecutive days without feeling wrecked. That's capillarization. More pipes delivering more oxygen. All 3 happening? The engine is being built. At week 13, you have a real aerobic base. Now you have options. Want to run a 5K race? You're ready. Add 1 short interval session per week, and you'll be competitive within 4 to 6 weeks. Want to train for a half marathon? You're ready. A couple of slightly longer long runs, and you'll finish strong. Want to keep building? Add another 12 weeks of slow, with 1 tempo session per week. Your base will get even deeper. Your race times will keep dropping for years. The engine you just built doesn't go away easily either. Take a year off, and most of it remains. Mitochondria can shrink, but the cellular machinery that built them stays in place. When you start training again, they multiply much faster the second time. You've banked something permanent. 12 weeks of running embarrassingly slow. Sounds backwards. It isn't. The fastest path to being a fast runner, the only path to being a real runner, starts with looking like the slowest person in the park for 3 straight months. Most people quit at week 4 because nothing feels like it's happening. The ones who don't quit have something the others don't. 12 weeks later. An engine.